Welcome to Celebrating Act 2. Celebrating Act 2 is the user manual for the second half of your life.
Hi, I'm Donnalynn from Vigor and Trim, a fitness and health membership site for people over 50, just like you and me. Today, you're at Celebrating Act 2. This is short and sweet, where I show you one exercise tip and one nutritional tip so that you can stay healthy and strong. Today, we're going to work on the flags. Yeah, we get a lot of complaints about those, right? Well, you shouldn't have grown them in the first place, but we can help get some tone in there. All right, so let's get going. Now, today I'm using a band, and I'll also show you with weights. You don't really need those things. You can do this by just really working through the muscle, but I'll show you how you do this in case you haven't. And bands are easy to find and pretty inexpensive. All right, and they're really good for a lot of work. All right, so in holding my band, I'm just going to grab it with the palm of my hand like so. All right, I'm going to put this arm up here by this shoulder, and I'm going to grab pretty close to that with my other hand. All right, now I want my elbow right next to my side here, and it doesn't move. It's glued there. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to pull on this band, straighten my arm, squeeze that muscle in the back of my arm. Those are the triceps, and then slowly and with control, let it come back up. All right, and we're going to try that again. We're going to go down. We're going to squeeze that tricep. There's 3 muscles back there that we're trying to get, and then we're going to let it slowly and in control come back up. Now, you want to do a lot of these things, all right? 15 to 20 is not unusual, and a couple sets at that. But don't start out there, all right? Just start out with a couple, come back in another day or two, do it again. All right, that's how you build that up. Now, same thing with the weights. However, we're going to do them just a little bit differently. I'm going to still stand with my knees soft and my abs engaged. And I just bend over slightly, all right? Just enough so that the gravity can hit back here on that muscle, okay? Now, I'm going to keep those abs engaged to make sure I hold up my back. Those elbows come right back by my waist again, just like they were before. I'm going to pull my weights up to my shoulders and then just push it back and squeeze those triceps back there, nice and tight. Come back up and squeeze. Exhale on the squeeze. That's it. Just a couple more like that, right? And squeeze. Good work, yeah? Now, again, you want to do, start out slow, but ultimately you want to get to about 15 or 20. That is if you want to work and get some tone on those little guys, all right? So today I'm going to ask you a question. How does your fat function? That's a funny question, isn't it? Yes. Well, nobody goes around asking questions like that, Donnalynn. All right, yeah, I get it. But it's really true. We didn't realize, but fat does function, and it really contributes to a lot of our situations, a lot of our health, especially as we're getting older. And how does that work? Well, it just so happens that it's not as important, although it is somewhat important as to how much fat you have, that is, but how it functions. So you can be, in other words, you can be a little bit, not enormous, but a little bit overweight and still be pretty healthy. And that's if you, and you should know this, exercise frequently. Because when we move around and we're working through the day and just, the activities that we do, we burn that energy, and that energy leaves a little bit of waste. We often refer to that as an ash. So it leaves that little bit of waste in there. And as we get older, it's hard for our body to eliminate that guy, right? And that causes inflammation and problems, right? So we don't want that. But when you exercise frequently, it not only burns better, but it eliminates it better. Yeah, it gets rid of it. So keep up the work. So put some of those exercises I've been showing you, put some of them together and make yourself a little routine. Or you can go to Vigor and Trim and look for some more. In any case, you do know why I do this. I do this to keep you healthy and strong so that you can live an active, wonderful life. today, and we're today, of course, we're here today. We're at Celebrating Act 2 today. And I'm Donnalynn. This is Short and Sweet. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
For more on Celebrating Act 2, visit our webpage, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and tell your friends. Celebrating Act 2 is the user manual for the second half of your life.